Come, sit thee down, while I thy cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb? Monsieur Cobweb? Good monsieur. Get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on top of a thistle. And good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, monsieur, and good monsieur. Have a care that the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with honey bags, signor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Give me your hand, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray, leave your courtesy, good monsieur.
What's your will?
Nothing, good monsieur, but to help Cavalier Peas Blossom to scratch. I must to the barber's, monsieur, for methinks a marvellous area about the face. And I'm such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What wilt thou hear some sweet music, my love?
Oh, I've a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly, a peck of provender. Could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I've got a great desire to a Butler here. Good here. Sweet here hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
Oh, I'd rather have a handful or two of dry peas. But I pray you, let none of you people stir me. I've an exposition of sleep coming upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, be always away.
Come on, shh.
So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee. Oh, oh, oh.
Away.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late, seeking sweet favours from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. And that same dew which sometime on the buds was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floweret's eyes like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairies sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eye. And gentle pup, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower had such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamoured of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5 descent.
Music, ho! Music such as charmeth sleep.
Nu, when thou wakest, with thine own fold's eyes peep.
Sound music! Come, my queen, take hands with me and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded, with Theseus all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend the mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the steward, for now our observation is performed. My love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say. Find the steward. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for, besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dew-lapped like Thessalian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollered to, nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, this Demetrius is, this Helena. I wonder of them being here.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace our solemnity. But speak, Egeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these lovebirds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord?
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly. Half asleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, no, for truly would I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is... I came here with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this place, and I in fury hither followed them. fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now as the remembrance of an idle gaud which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But, like in sickness, did I loathe this food. But, as in health, come to my natural taste, now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Egeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now, as something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye. Everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then? We are awake! Let's follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dream.
Indeed.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most Pyramus, hey ho. Penelope Quince, Flute the bellows mender, Snout the tinker, Starveling. God's my life stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Passed up with a man to see what dream it was. But man is but an ass if he go about to expound his dream. I thought I was. There's no man can tell what. Me thought I was, and me thought I had. But man is but a patch fool if he will offer to say what me thought I had. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste. His tongue to conceive. Nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Penelope Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Or peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he come not, then the play's mort. It goes not homeward, does it?
Oh, it's not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus.
No. He has simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
And the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
Very sweet. Not yow must say paragon. Paramours, God bless us, a thing of note.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we'd have all been made men.
Oh, a sweet bully bottom. Thou hath he lost 6pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6pence a day.
No.
And the Duke had not given him 6pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6pence a day in Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hats? Masters, I have discussed wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you, I'm not true Athenian. I will tell you everything, right as it fell out.
Oh, let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me.
Go on, then.
All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. We'll get your apparel together. Good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your punts, and meet presently at the palace. Every man look over his part. For the short and long is, our player is preferred.
Oh no!
In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let him not that plays the lie impair his nails, for he shall hang out of the lion's claws.
Oh, okay.
And yes, dear actors.
We're doing it then.
Onions, not garlic.
Oh, okay.
For we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away!
Oh my.
Oh, away!
"'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of."
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold, that is the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth to heaven. And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks have such strong imagination that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear?
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here comes the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
Oh, there is a brief harmony sports of ripe. Make choice which your highness will see first. There is the battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
No, will none of that. That have I told my love in glory of my kinsman Hercules.
Oh, yes. Yes, we have the riot of the tipsy bacchanals tearing the Thracian singer in their rage.
That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last to conqueror.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. The three muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary.
That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony.
Yes. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical. Tedious and brief? That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious, for in all the play there is not one word apt, not one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears than anything else. The passion of loud laughter never shared.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never laboured in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you.
I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your place, ladies.
Fine.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweets, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come, great clerks have purposed to greet me with premeditated welcomes, where I have seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practised accent in their fears, and in conclusion dumbly have broke off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, my sweet, out of this silence yet I picked a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty I read as much from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity in least speak most to my capacity.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you, our true intent is. All for your delight, we are not here. That you should repent you. Oh, the actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not the stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he had played on his prologue like a child in a recorder. Bound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who's next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth makes all things plain. This person is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This person with lime and rough cast doth present Wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through Wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. At the which let no one wonder. This person with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which is Lion called by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. And on comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and, Thisbe tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died.
Spoilers.
For all the rest, let Lion, moonshine, Wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may, when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper, oft very secretly, This loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire Lyman Hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim look night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night, whichever art, when day is not. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisby's promise is forgotten. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall that stands between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisby do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisby's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. She'll see it will fall pat, as I told you. Yonder, she comes.
Whoa! Full oftenest thou heard my moans, the parting, my fair Pyramus and my cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and air knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I hear the chink, to spy and I can hear my Thisby's fierce. Thisby!
My love, thou art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander, am trusty still.
And I, like Ellen, till the fates may kill.
Not Shafalus to Procus was so true.
Shafalus to Procus I, to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the walls, old, not your lips at all.
Oh, and Nanny's too, meet me straight away.
Tied life, tied death, without delay.
Thus have I wall my part discharged, so and being done, thus wall away doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbours.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so wilful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind of its shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Ah, here comes two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion, rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one Snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of a good conscience.
The very best at a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valour.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valour cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I'm sure, cannot carry his valour, for the goose carries not the fox.
Yes.
It is well, leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
Oh, he is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon does seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How else is it the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for, you see, it is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane, but yet in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
Well, All that I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon, I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and well, this dog, my dog.
Thank you, Moon.
Ah, thanks.
Why? All these should be in the lanthorn,
Yeah.
for all these are in the moon. Oh, but silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is... Oh, Nina's turn. Where is... my love? Mercy!
Oh,
Well roared, Lion.
well run, Thisbe.
Well shone, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, Lion.
And so the line is vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I take to trust truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dirty duck, oh dear! Thy mantle good, what's stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell! O fates, come, could threaten thrum! Quill crush, conclude, and quell!
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Shrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, Deja, didst thou lion's frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is... No, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out sword and wound the Papa Pyramus, I, that left pap, where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light, moon, take thy flight, now die, die.
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead, he's nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover. And prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Oh, here she comes. And her passion ends the play.
A mote will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better? He for a man, God warrant us, she for a woman. God bless us.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
And thus she means... What does she mean?
Shh, she had spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Sleep, my love. What? Dead? My dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise. Speak, speak. Quite dumb. Dead, dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks. Are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan, his eyes were green as leeks, oh sisters three. Come to me, with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade. My breast embrown.
Oh.
And farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Wow.
Aye, and wool too.
Aye.
No, I assure you, the wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a burgomass dance between the two of our company?
Oh, no epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garth, would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged.
Let's go.
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf beholds the moon, whilst the heavy weaver snores, all with weary task foredone. Now the wasted brows do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, cuts the wretch that lies in woe, in remembrance of a shroud. No, I am the night. Waves all gaping wide, every one lets forth his sprite, in the churchway paths we glide, and we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate scheme from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, knew our frolic. Not a moose shall disturb hallowed goose. I am sent with broom before, to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give gathering the light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
Yes, rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now, until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride's bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. And the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, never mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious, such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. With this dew we consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless. Through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think that this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend, if you pardon, we will mend, and as I am an honest buck, if we have unearned luck, new to escape a serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
You have been listening to the Roundel Players production of A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. The cast, in order of appearance, were Theseus, Jan Butler, Egeus, Bob Brown, Lysander, Andy Sunnucks, Demetrius, Toby Cordes, Philostrate, Mark Davidson, Penelope Quince, Kate Robbins, Snug, Rich Lake, Bottom, John Ewens, Flute, Andy Leggatt, Snout, Vivienne Pattison, Starveling, Keira Price, Hippolyta, Kate Peters, Hermia, Jean Erxleben, Helena, Jess Horsley, Oberon, Mel Paszkowski. Titania was played by Lisa Ewens, Puck, Yvette Walters, Peace Blossom, Jen Armstrong, Cobweb, Lizzie Goodall, Mustard Seed, Katie Hayden, and Moth, Fiona Funn. A Midsummer Night's Dream was recorded and engineered by Alaric Smith, the music composed by Andy Leggatt, and the director was Fiona Funn. It was a Roundel Players production for the GBC. If you have been affected by any issues raised in the play, please write to us here at Radio Athens. The address is the Drama Department, Radio Athens, Redsinus Square, Athens.